Hello, everybody. It's me, Ross, and welcome to Meet the Opposition. This week, I'm joined by George, AFC Wimbledon fan, and the man from the 9 Years podcast. George, well, it's been a good start to the season for you guys. You've won a game. Town, of course, haven't. We're talking ahead of the clash where Dons travel to Portman Road this weekend in League One. Let's first of all talk about Wimbledon's start to the season. You're in the got Arsenal in the Carabao Cup third round. You've only seen one defeat this season, which was the recent game against Sunderland, but a very good start from you guys. What's your overall thoughts so far?
Well, thanks for having me, Ross. It's been a great start to the season. Obviously, we've got Mark Robinson, who's been promoted. It's his first full season in charge, having been with our under-18s in the past. We're playing a great style of attacking football. We're regularly changing shape, rotating the squad well. We've made 5 or 6 changes for pretty much every league game this season. So the squad's always got that freshness, and that's showing in our style of play in terms of our aggressive press. And our results have been encouraging. We're mid-table, and there's a couple of surprise packages in League One this year. Hopefully we can be one of them.
Yeah. You know, you guys are currently 14th in League One. Of course, they're very much early days, and as I said, you've at least got a win. You had a fantastic start to the season against Doncaster. Now let's talk about the players to watch. Town fans may not know much about your squad. We spoke for the League One lowdown about a month ago. The new signings, have you been happy with them? And who's the players that we should look out for when we face you on Saturday?
Well, a lot of the loanees, a lot of the new signings have settled in very well. We've got Henry Lawrence, who will be playing at right back. He's on loan from Chelsea, England Youth International. He's a very good player. We've got Mebude, who's going to probably be on the bench. He's a great, exciting player to watch. He's on loan from Watford, very, very quick. He'll play on the shoulder, probably getting 20 minutes at the end. And then obviously we've got Presley on loan from Brentford, and a couple of the other boys. George Marshall might be getting minutes. He signed in from Spurs. But I think the player to watch really is Ayub Assal. I mentioned him in our preview show at the start of the season. He broke into our first team finally in about March of last season, coming through our academy. He's an outstanding player. He caused Sunderland an awful lot of problems, and has caused, in fact, every team this season an awful lot of problems. I think he's going to be the player for your fans to watch at the weekend.
And of course, he was the man who scored against us in the 3-0 defeat at Plough Lane. I do remember that very much so, and it should be interesting. In this game, we've had some decent games against Wimbledon in the last few years. Of course, the game where our first season in League One, where Kane Jackson scored that late winner, that was a Tuesday night, but this is a Saturday. I'm sure you guys are going to bring your fans. What sort of game should we expect?
I think it's going to be an exciting game from us, because Mark Robinson's philosophy is always, we're Wimbledon, we can beat anyone we want to beat. And if we play our game, and I'm expecting us to go out, we're going to attack, we're going to try and bring our game. We're going to be aggressive, we're going to be playing a high-intensity press, trying to get in behind a lot, and playing a good possession-based style of football as well. And I think it should be an exciting game. I know you guys haven't had the best start to the season possible. And obviously, you've got the Joe Pigott element as well. But it should be an exciting game. And at least we're going to come and give you a good game, and hopefully we'll be able to leave with our heads held high, hopefully with some points.
Definitely, and as you said, the big talking point is Joe Pigott. He didn't even come off the bench on Saturday against Milton Keynes. I won't say the other word. But, starting 11s is always a thing we used to do before games, predicting the starting 11, the possible starting 11. We spoke beforehand. You sent it over to me, but take it away. Who do you reckon will start for you, and what is the starting 11 possible for the Dons?
Well, we've rotated our team a lot, and we've changed shape a few times this season, but I'm expecting it will be Nick Zanev in goal. He's a goalkeeper. He broke into our team in the second half of last year. Been with the club a few years, very good, New Zealand international. Back four, I think, will be Henry Lawrence, Ben Hennigan, Will Nightingale, and Shea Alexander. Shea Alexander is a right back, but he's been playing on the left a bit this season. And then I think it will be Hartigan and Alex Woodyard in holding midfield. Hartigan's come through our academy. I think everyone in League One knows Alex Woodyard. He's very aggressive, very energetic in the middle of the park. I think then we'll have Luke McCormack and Jack Rudoni attacking midfielders. Rudy's come through our academy, and Luke McCormack's just joined this summer from Chelsea on a permanent deal. Then our front two, I think, will be Ayub Assal, who was mentioned, and Ollie Palmer, who's a big, sort of old school League One target man. He's 6'6", will run around a bit and likes and has sharp elbows.
Okay, then. Well, as we always end these, it's the first ever episode, so I'm sure it's a treat for the viewers. But prediction, what do you reckon?
I think it's going to be a tough game, but I think you guys have had a dodgy start, so I'm hopeful we'll be able to get a point. I think it'll be a 1-1 draw.
Ooh, 1-1 draw. Well, of course, Town fans will be hoping for our first win this season, but we'll have to wait and see. I'm sure it's going to be a tough game. George, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for joining me. Anything else you want to add before we go away?
Yeah, I just wanted to very briefly mention Joe Pigott because I noticed he's been starting. I've noticed he's been starting very poorly for you. I know he's been credited with a goal that was potentially an own goal. But I just think it's been a lot of fans have been seeing him getting a bit of stick, and I noticed he didn't come off the bench at all in the previous game. I've just been interested because I've noticed you've been playing with the lone striker, and I'm really interested to see why you signed a player like Joe Pigott when you're clearly intending to play one up top. Considering, I'm sure as all Ipswich fans have now noticed, he's not that type of player at all. So I was just really interested into what the thinking was behind that and why you're paying vast sums of money to a player who doesn't suit your tactical style.
Yeah, I think it's one of those where, of course, we've been wanting to sign a striker who knows his level, and he knows it very well. You know, he scored 20 plus goals for you guys last season. He scored a lot of goals. And yeah, it's still early days, of course, in the league. But, you know, Joe Pigott will be hopefully our man going forward. But Paul Cook likes a 4-2-3-1 formation. But it'll be very interesting if he does start against Wimbledon, and will he go and score? That is going to be the big question. Are you guys fearing that if he does play and he's going to be looking to, you know, he hasn't got a bad thing to say about AFC Wimbledon because that's where he sort of made his name. But do you reckon he could be on the score sheet if he does start?
I think if he does start, we've got a very good record against strikers who have played for us. Will Nightingale, who's one of our centre-backs, is very good at playing against players he has played with. That's almost his speciality. He loves playing against players like Akinfenwa, or hopefully it'll be Joe Pigott as well, players who he's played against before and played a huge amount in training. So we're hopeful that if he does start, Will Nightingale will have him covered, and hopefully Pigott will have to wait another game before he gets an extra goal.
Well, there we go. What a way to end this first edition of the Meet the Opposition. George, it's been a pleasure. I'm sure you're going to be going down to Portman Road and in that away and making a lot of noise. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you're a Wimbledon fan, if you're a Town fan, let us know in the comments your thoughts going into this game. Are Town going to get their first win of the season? Are Wimbledon going to nick a point or take away all 3 points? We'll have to wait and see. But bring it on this Saturday, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye for now.